Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Carr. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 4th down on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, Mariota. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
And now to have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath.
If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On play action, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked up, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On second down, Mariota again. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Takes it to about the 37. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Mariota. Looking left side, and it's complete. They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the one is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
This is caught inside the 15. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the return will stop right around the 25. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs them up 5. First and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Eno Benjamin with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from moving out in front. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They better be careful just getting it back to the 1-yard line. This defense, they're smelling safety right now.
And this isn't all about the offensive line. This is about every... You're trying to get away from your own goal line, and those guys on the other side of the ball, they're going to actually call it and try and get upfield and try and get a safety. They've got to be extremely careful.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Stick. Out to his left. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
A give. This is Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Carr going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Again, it's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Stick looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw again on second down. Stick. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Stick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First and 10, Stick. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Stick looks to throw it again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curtis. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Stick.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On play action, it's Carr. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Stick looks to throw. His throw incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stick back to pass. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we couldn't counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On play action, now Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He's hit, he lost the football, put it on the carpet, and this is picked up by the Saints. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Over at their own 11-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They're going to go play action now with Stick. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Now Carr maybe with a free play. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Carr now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Hardy. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action. Now it's Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They run. It's Kamara. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
That's caught. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.